on. Hold on, let me just fix some of the things here. We have some hot topics that we're going to go over. I was just live on YouTube, well, not YouTube, on Instagram. I was live earlier today during our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of Atlanta recap earlier today, talking about those things, but I was updating people on Instagram with some of the things that we've been covering. But let me give a moment for the notifications to go out that I'm live. I will remind you guys to like the video if you haven't already, and be sure to check out everything that you may have missed this week, including our Tuesday takeover, and make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. I have a couple of stories. Again, I want to start off by just saying very, very sad news. We're seeing more and more information coming out of Washington, D.C. in regards to the people that passed away during that American Airlines flight in D.C. We're seeing a lot of information coming out, including some of the names of the individuals. I have some of the names actually in front of me. Captain Jonathan Campos, who was 34 years old, of Ormond Beach, who attended Riddle Aeronautical University and later got his instructor certification at Epic Flight Academy. First Officer Sam Lilly, who's 28, identified by his father. He was recently engaged. Flight attendant Denasia Elder, 34, was a mother of 2 young kids and a wife. Her brother identified her character as full of life. Flight attendant Ian Epstein, 53, identified by his wife. He was said to be a vibrant spirit. I did see, and shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk, 2 of the 3 identified as victims that were aboard the Black Hawk helicopter in the tragic DC plane crash were also identified. According to the Neighborhood Talk, victims of the tragic plane crash continue to be identified as their loved ones are notified. The Army Black Hawk helicopter consisted of a crew of 3, a pilot, co-pilot, and a crew chief. Andrew Eves was identified as one of the 2 pilots. He was a Mississippi man and leaves behind his wife and 2 kids. Ryan O'Hara was the crew chief, a husband and a new father to a 1-year-old son. The 3rd member has yet to be identified. This was posted about a couple of hours ago. Let me see. One of the recent things that I just saw posted on the Neighborhood Talk in regards to some of the victims of this tragic crash that happened in Washington, D.C., also included Kaya Duggins. Duggins was among the 60 passengers on the American Airlines flight that crashed in D.C. Duggins was a former Miss Kansas, top 10 contestant, a White House intern under First Lady Michelle Obama, and a civil rights attorney with a degree from Harvard. Duggins was on her way to becoming a law professor at Howard University in the fall. Lacey Cruz, former Sedgwick County Commissioner, said Duggins was a brave and beautiful soul, a light in the fight for civil rights. So more and more individuals are being identified. Those are just some of the people that have come across my feed in the last hour or so. We continue to pray for all the families affected by this unfortunate situation. So we have a few different topics that I want to talk about, but I'm going to give people a moment to get into the room. Be sure to let us know where you guys are watching from. I'm streaming live from New York City, and I'm preparing for the Kempire After Dark live tour, that live show that's happening in New York City on Friday, February 21st. That's 3 weeks away. Ticket information is available in the description, along with a live stream option for those that can't make it to New York City, or you live internationally, or whatever it may be. All that information is available in the description, along with information about our sponsor for today's live, and that is our friends over at Rose Forever. Roses that will last you at least a year, and they are beautiful. They have all kinds of arrangements and flowers and even candles. So if you're looking for a Valentine's Day gift idea, this is the perfect opportunity. Check out the description. There's also a discount code Kempire20 for $20 off. Okay, Kissamee's in the building. Milwaukee, Wisconsin's in the building. Where else? Merlin is in the building. D says, Marilyn, I was at your show last week. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, Sage, what's going on? Your step cousin from, not step cousin, from Stamford, Connecticut. Viewing from Illinois. What's going on? Seattle, Washington's in the building. Detroit. What up, though? Okay. Okay. Southern California's in the building. I'm so glad that you guys are finally getting some rain over there. Chicago's in the building. What's going on? Houston, Texas here. What is going on, everyone? Hey V. Jasmine, what's going on? All the way from Queens. Birmingham, Alabama. What's going on? Cleveland, Ohio. What is going on? Okay. All right, so we're gonna get into some stories in just a second. Like I said, this was an impromptu live. I was just live on Nairobi, Kenya's in the building. Columbia, South Carolina's in the building. What's going on, everyone? So I did a quick live on Instagram just a few moments ago, and I said I was gonna come live here on YouTube. We haven't really done like an informal live like this in a couple of months at this particular point. We were doing quite a few when the Diddy stuff broke, and I just saw that there was a Diddy story that we didn't talk about. There was also a Genie Mai story that we briefly talked about, but now the audio and the actual body cam footage has leaked online. Not leaked, it's available online. Leaked is the wrong word. What's going on, Colorado? Ooh. Hi, Kempire. I made it to the top 15 for the Entrepreneur Impact Contest in Canada. Congratulations. That's huge. I knew you'd be reporting on the new indictment. Oh. Well, I just saw it. But we'll get to the Sean Diddy of it all, because there's so much to unpack when it comes to Sean Diddy Combs. There's just so much that continues to come out. There's 2 documentaries that have come out in the last month. There is the documentary on Peacock, and then the ID channel just released The Fall of Diddy as well. I think I'm going to try and watch that probably this evening if I have time. I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to cover these stories, and then I'm going to get out of here. Hey, Wendy. Wendy says, I'm a new follower, and I'm in Connecticut. Wendy, you should come to our show in New York City on February 21st. Hey, Tracy. All right, so I'm just going to get to the stories so that people that are watching the replay of this are not like, oh my gosh, get to the stories. It's all right. Calm down. Okay. All right. So let's first start with the Genie Mai of it all. So as you know, Genie Mai and Jeezy have been going through. Brooke, we need to talk. Look, Brooke will be a part of our show in New York City. Speaking of New York City, Brooke will be our MC for the night. We're also going to have a special guest. Our attorney friend, allegedly Stephanie, will be coming through to answer some legal questions. We're going to have a good time. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay? Just saying. But let's talk about this Genie Mai situation. So just a quick synopsis of what's been going on with Genie Mai and Jeezy. They got a divorce. I can't go through everything, but they've gotten their divorce. They have a child that they need to co-parent, and that has been an uphill climb for them. It's been messy. They can't agree. There's accusations that go back and forth. As you know, she used to live in California. She moved to Atlanta to be with him. Well, she's now had to move out of their Atlanta home. He put all her stuff in the garage. She tried to get that stuff. He wouldn't let her in. So we did a whole video talking about this. So I don't want to go through every single detail where you can watch here on YouTube. But we talked about her calling 911 about gaining access to her things, which she claims he destroyed. She had her Emmys and all this stuff. I don't understand why this stuff was even still there when you're going through the middle of divorce. If it was me, I would have already started packing that stuff. I would have already started moving that stuff out of the house. But that's just me. Maybe she had hopes. Because remember, before the divorce announcement even came, Homegirl was posting on social media like nothing was wrong with them. Or maybe in her head, nothing was wrong. Who knows? Which led us to unpacking some of the things that she said over the years about black men, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Well, the body cam footage has come out, but I will play for you the audio because I'm not in my normal setup, but I'll play the audio for you in regards to what she said in this 911 call. Okay? Let's take a listen to what Jeannie Mai said because she was trying to gain access to her things. Again, according to reports, according to her, her things were damaged. They were in the garage. The things were soaked with water. Mice traps were around it. Okay, why do we have mice in there? Mice chewing through the things. These are millionaires. Why are mice entering your home? I'm not even a millionaire, and I pay for a service that keeps all that crap out of your house. And I live in New York. But anyways, I digress. Let's take a listen to what Jeannie Mai said in this 911 call. Oh, no, this is actually, shout out to Clocks Topics on Twitter. Body cam footage surfaces after Jeannie Mai called the police to Jeezy's home for helping getting inside to get her personal items. Jeezy reportedly instructed his house manager to not allow Jeannie inside the home without his presence. However, she was able to retrieve items he packed up. Okay? Mai wanted to do a full walkthrough of the home, but was ultimately denied. Okay, so let me play this audio for you.
My name is Jeannie Mai, and I'm calling because I have a court order to be able to enter my old home. I'm going through a divorce right now. My old home. And I'm here now, and the owner isn't permitting me in. So I wanted to ask if there's an option who can help me come out and make a report of the situation, or at least try once more to see if there's a way that the police here possibly allow me entry into the home.
Gotcha. And just repeat that address for me, please.
They're redacting the address.
Gotcha. Is it the house or an apartment?
This is the house.
Gotcha. Can I get your phone number? Yes, ma'am. We could get an officer out there to assist you. Is the other occupant of the home there, or is it just you?
No, he has that. I'm here with my assistant and security. Neighbors are going to be on the property in about 30 minutes.
Why is she there with her security? Just asking questions. Ms. Esquire says, wonder if the court order gave her permission to go into the home and remove unpacked items or only packed items. Of course, the attorney's asking the right questions.
And he has a house manager here. So he's not on the premises.
Do you have a list of property that you're going to pick up today?
I have what has been boxed up, and I'm not being permitted into the house to access the further things that are inside the house.
There's nothing. It's all in the garage.
Do you know my personal items that I moved to her? I'm just asking you so you make sure you come from a factual place when you're talking off record.
It's like personal things as far as like your clothing and things like that.
No, my personal items like my furniture.
Oh, it's in there.
My furniture's here.
From the office.
Not that furniture, but the furniture I moved to 3 years ago before you even came into the picture.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, she's being, but look, I'm not in her place. She's getting a little snippy with Jeezy's house manager. She's like, the furniture that I moved in here with before you were here. But again, I'm not in her place. She's going through this divorce, but she's getting a little snippy. Okay? Hold on.
3 years ago before you even came into the picture. Yes?
I sent over a Dropbox link.
Yep, I went through every one of them. My items are still not in there.
Okay, so if there's anything that's up dispute, we'll just have to handle that
Yeah.
at a later time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Get everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm here to do that, but my security's not being let in. So we haven't been able to move forward. So we've wasted another hour of all of these people's time since I've been here at 9 o'clock, which you guys knew since Friday. So now we're at almost 1 o'clock. My security's not here. I'm not able to walk through the boxes. So I just want you to know that this is all still being held up by you guys. No, she told you on Friday. We can call her if you want to, but we should not have any conversation about this without proper counsel. So you should actually include her on this call right now.
Actually, I'm speaking directly with Jeannie. You came in and started integrating yourself into the conversation.
No, you're talking to the authorities that I
You
called.
just want to check on the furniture that you came with. Is that correct?
I want to do my walkthrough. That's the court order. Let me do my walkthrough, and what I'm personally checking for is my belongings.
She says that the court order, Genie Mai, for those that are just joining us, this is the body cam footage of Genie Mai at Jeezy's home collecting her items. So she's saying the court order says that she's able to do a walkthrough. Now you rewind this a little bit.
No, you're.
That is a good question. Damien says, who was moving the furniture? Security? And someone also said that I would bring security with me too, because allegedly, according to her, but we also saw photos of Jeezy walking around with pows sitting around and things like that.
Talking to the authorities that I called.
You just want to check on the furniture that you came with. Is that correct?
I want to do my walkthrough. That's the court order. Let me do my walkthrough, and what I'm personally checking for is my belongings. I've moved my whole life from Los Angeles to here. I also had a baby here. I lived in this house. I decorated this whole house. So yes, I absolutely want to make sure that my things are taken with me as
In addition to what's packed up.
I want to make sure. I can't say for addition. You might be right. He might have packed everything for me, but I deserve a walkthrough because of court order. So that's what I'm here for.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm I might walk out empty-handed. I just want to make sure that my house that I know is coming with me.
Okay.
And so it's leaving with just his house being his.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That I can tell which items are in each box, which is fine.
Good question. Raven says, did the court order indicate Jeezy had to be present? I don't have the court order in front of me. According to her, she says the court order says that she's allowed to have a walkthrough. Of course, she had to emphasize that, she moved her life from California to be with him. She had her baby here. She decorated this home. Look, if you put yourself in her position, if you didn't know who Genie Mai was and she was just another woman, how would you feel in this particular situation? I'm always trying to give you the other side, okay? All right, let me just replay this part.
Walkthrough, and what I'm personally checking for is my belongings. I've moved my whole life from Los Angeles to here. I also had a baby here. I lived in this house. I decorated this whole house. So yes, I absolutely want to make sure that my things are taken with me as
In addition to what's packed up.
I want to make sure. I can't say for addition. You might be right. He might have packed everything for me, but I deserve a walkthrough because of court order. So that's what I'm here for.
Okay.
I'm not saying I might walk out empty-handed. I just want to make sure that my house that I know is coming with me.
Okay.
And so it's leaving with just his house being his.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That I can tell which items are in each box, which is fine. I just want you to know if it takes me a while, understand why. Because I can't point out.
I have all day. I
Yeah.
mean, I know you probably don't have all day, but whatever it takes, just
I'm
so
glad
we're
you have all day.
all, that
We're
we're
good.
all good.
We're totally good.
Okay.
Hey, are you on the phone? I just want you to know, as I'm looking through, some of the boxes are damaged with the clothing completely exposed.
So she's pointing out that some of the clothing was damaged. So based on the body cam footage, you can see this on In Touch Weekly. Based on the body cam footage, she's in the garage now and she's looking like all of her personal belongings he had packed up and he put it in the garage. Based on reports, a lot of her stuff, including her Emmy that she won for the reel, some of those things were damaged. And there was some water damage. They also claimed that there were some like mice traps around that.
Fine. I just want you to know if it takes me a while, understand why. Because I can't point
I
out.
have all day. I mean, I know you probably don't have all day, but whatever it takes, just so
I'm glad
we're
you have all day.
all, that
We're
we're
good.
all good.
We're totally good.
Okay.
Hey, are you on the phone? I just want you to know, as I'm looking through, some of the boxes are damaged with the clothing completely exposed.
Just need to know
Just make
that
sure not having this back for
it's supposed to be allowed to walk
Just
through
think
the
about that.
home if you
You know,
do.
when he came and put his stuff around the house, I let this
I'm
come
trying
back
to at least get to the side and let that be known, because
I'm trying to hear what she's saying. She's saying something.
add to someone's divorce paperwork.
But let me finish. It doesn't matter that he's handled mine. But if you didn't pack it yourself, then you also don't know what I'm asking. So for you to tell me,
Well, I'm just here to supervise and let it happen.
Okay, then can you go to the Dropbox and answer the
So,
question?
like, K07N.
Yeah.
Sorry, this was like 6 months ago. So, K07N, 1 through 6.
Mm. So that's just some of the body cam footage that's come out from pause. Some of the body cam footage that's come out in regards to this Genie Mai and Jeezy situation. Lord. I mean, it's sad because here's the thing. Jeannie and Jeezy have to co-parent. They have a young daughter together. So this drama between them is far from over, and they've already had drama in regards to the co-parenting aspect. This is just a new aspect of the situation of her collecting her items. I was sort of like, why are we just collecting these items? But yeah, that's the latest update. So the body cam footage and the 911 call that she made because she wanted to come to collect her things. Paola says 16 years, the child is like 2. Here's the thing, just because a child turns 18 doesn't mean that you still don't on some level have to co-parent or communicate with the child's father. Yes, when you hit 18, you can do less of it, especially legally, but you still have some relation to that person on some level. It's sad that these things go this way, but a lot of people can relate to how a divorce can go to this level. The other downside of this is that they're public figures, and there's another element of everyone weighing in on the relationship. Okay, she learned the hard way. Look, I really don't know a lot about Jeezy. I know probably a lot more about Jeannie Mai than I know about Jeezy. And again, I don't know these people, so I don't pick a side. I just base my opinion on what we know, and what we see. Like, this is something that we've seen. I have not seen the court order. She claims in the court order that she is permitted a walkthrough. But again, I haven't seen that. In my, and maybe I'm delusional. In my world, they could easily get over this situation and just be like, you know what? It didn't work out. We have to co-parent this child. It got messy, whatever it may be. It's just not worth the headache, but that's probably because I'm emotionally mature. Ms. Esquire says this is very Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman coded. It's probably worse because Kim and Croy have so many kids together. They've called 911 to that house that they've now been kicked out of for so many times. I look at both Kim and Croy, like, you get what you give. They deserve this ending to their relationship because of all the negativity they put out in the beginning of the relationship. It was like them against the entire world. They need a mediator. I believe there is a mediator. I might be wrong, but I believe there is one. But the Kim and Croy, formerly of Real Housewives of Atlanta and Don't Be Tardy, their situation was really ghetto. Like, this is not even ghetto in comparison to Kim and Croy. There were so many times that the police were called to that home. I just stopped reporting because it was so many times. It wasn't one time, it wasn't 2 times, it wasn't 3 times. It was so many times. And the kids are inside the house hearing their parents argue and fight the way that they were fighting. Now they've been kicked out of that house. Ms. Esquire says folks will fight about marital assets down to the china they got as a wedding gift. Baby, people fight over the things. They do. But I know for me, and I know I say that now, God forbid if I ever go through a divorce, I feel like I'll be like Mark Daly. I'll do it all again. No, I just feel like it's just not worth the headache for me personally. Chocolate Soul says, didn't he take Keisha Cole through some similar mess like this? I vaguely recall. Again, I don't pay attention to a lot of Jeezy stuff. Deborah says, look how Jeezy treated his baby mama. That has his other daughter. That's what I did learn in covering this story. A lot of people are like, Jeezy is not innocent at all. And mind you, the way he filed this situation, if we look at the court dates, when she had posted that video, supporting his book, and then when he filed for divorce, like, he had set this up way before. He claims, though, that she knew that this was looming. I would have had my stuff, maybe some of his stuff, in storage once he filed for divorce. Okay, baby? Now, maybe some of his stuff. See, this is why people end up with problems. When I got divorced, I fought about the kids, not stuff. But everyone's different. everyone is different in regards to how they handle these situations. I agree with you. If you're going to fight about anything, fight about the children, not things. I'm just surprised that her things were still there. But again, she's moving back probably to LA. I don't know. Maybe she's moving some of her stuff to another place in Atlanta so they can co-parent. I don't know. I know she's been back in LA though. Damian Williams says, not the Damian Williams, like the former attorney. Well, not former attorney, former DA of New York City, Southern District. Portia and Simon, Kim and Croy, Offset and Cardi, Jeezy and Jeannie. Atlanta is not the place to get married. Points are being made, okay? What have we talked about so far? A lot. You missed it. I'm not going to go rehash. But the main reason why I wanted to go live was because I wanted to give you guys an update on Diddy. So as you know, we've been covering the Diddy of it all. If you missed any of it, it's just way too many things to talk about. There's just so many other parts and pieces that have come connected to it. I think the last thing that we talked about when it comes to Diddy was D. Woods coming out, and she was a part of this documentary, The Fall of Diddy. I don't know if anyone's watched it. I might do a recap of it. But there's just so many things that have come out from Diddy since he was arrested back in September. But we also told you back in September that the SDNY was still investigating and possibly would include new information. Well, now the Associated Press details more. So according to the Associated Press, it said prosecutors added details to their indictment against Sean Diddy Combs on Thursday, saying that the hip-hop star scheduled for a May trial is accused of trafficking at least 3 women and of once dangling someone off a hotel balcony during a 2-decade racketeering conspiracy. If you've been following the Diddy Street stories for a long time, the dangling of someone off of a balcony has been out there. Makes me wonder who came forward. Because wasn't it Wale? They said that was the one, and then Wale denied it. Thank you, Aaron, for the super chat. Aaron says, thank you for being a positive like Kempire. Thank you, Aaron. I love that. I appreciate that. Let me heart that. Thank you. So the refreshed indictment was filed in Manhattan Federal Court. Sidebar. I just have to take the sidebar. This is what we're hearing, Miss Esquire, that it's going to be a superseding indictment. And they warned us that it might be a superseding indictment when they first released this other indictment, the original indictment. Sidebar, did you guys hear that Mayor Eric Adams, possibly they're going to dismiss his case from the Southern District of New York? We have to understand how this is politically involved, because now you know Damian Williams, who was the DA, stepped down when the whole new administration was coming. He already had stepped down weeks ago. He was leading the charge on this indictment. Now, with this new administration and Mayor Eric Adams going to Mar-a-Lago, says to me it's a scheme that Todd set up. But here we are. Deborah says that Wale denied the balcony, being thrown off a balcony by Diddy, that because of his pride. I'm just reporting what I recall. Ms. Esquire says, ooh, baby, how many charges can they give this man, or who are they adding? Typically, that's when there is a superseding indictment. So let me continue. The refreshed indictment was filed in Manhattan Federal Court. An attorney for Combs, Mark Agnifilo, noted that the superseding indictment contains no new charges. Combs, 55, has pleaded not guilty to trafficking charges lodged against him after his September arrest. He remains incarcerated without bail, awaiting a May 5th trial. In the superseding indictment, prosecutors added 4 years to the length of alleged racketeering conspiracy, saying that it lasted from 2004 to 2024. The original indictment said that the conspiracy began by 2008. The indictment specified that there are at least 3 female victims, listing them only as Victim 1, Victim 2, and Victim 3. Prosecutors said that Combs used the, quote, power and prestige he wielded as a music mogul to intimidate, threaten, and lure women into his orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. The indictment said that he then used force, threats, and coercion to cause victims, including 3 women, to engage in commercial acts. it said he subjected his victims to violence, threats of financial and reputational harm, and verbal abuse. On multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects and people, as well as a hit, dragged, choked, and shoved others. On one occasion, Combs dangled a victim over an apartment balcony. Prosecutors offered no other information about that allegation. According to Sean Combs' attorney, in a statement, Combs remains committed to fighting the charges. The government has added the ridiculous theory that two of Combs' Mr. Combs' former girlfriends were not girlfriends at all, but were ladies of the night. I'm changing the words because of YouTube. Earlier this month, defense attorneys said in court papers that the allegations described in the indictment were a sexist and puritanical reaction by prosecutors to consensual acts between willing adults. They wrote that the government's theory perpetuates stereotypes of female victimhood and lack of agency. They said that the government's view depends on the characterization of sex performances as dirty, disgusting, or inherent unsavory, and shows that the government, quote, seeks to police non-conforming sexual activity, and that it assumes, despite all evidence to the contrary, that a woman's willing participation must have been coerced. Oh, Lord. So there apparently, look, this is what Diddy's attorneys have to do. They have to be able to spin this. This is part of their job. They have to be able to spin, and that has been, and I would love to hear an attorney's opinion, Ms. Esquire, if you're still here, in regards to what is that strong enough come May to say that these were willing adults? Is, word on the street that there is video footage of these freak-offs. So, Ms. Esquire says, so the defense is don't kink shame him? Exactly. That's what they're saying. They're saying the prosecutors are coming from a stuffy, judgmental place. I don't think it's a bad point, but I don't know if that's a strong defense, because we also don't know the details of what the prosecution has. Because now it went from spanning, in the original indictment, from 2008 to 2024. Now it's spanning 2004, which says that they have more victims, which they did say that they had more victims come forward. Now it's going a little bit further back. But we know, if you've been listening to the streets for a long time, it goes back to the 90s with Diddy. So Ms. Esquire says, I think it's hard to prove a 20-year racketeering enterprise and scheme. Is there evidence that all the victims were drugged before the acts took place on them? Again, we don't have that information. The only people that have that information is the prosecution and, right now, Diddy's defense team. Because that has always been the narrative, and that the freak-off tapes show people not looking coherent. But the other aspect of this is also, okay, they might not be necessarily coherent, but who supplied them with that? Did they take that themselves? So it's going to be interesting to see, who believes in this live chat and a part of the replay crew? Who believes that the prosecution, who has a 99% winning streak, will be able to prove that? Who thinks that Diddy will walk away from this? If he walks away from this, at this particular point, based off of the fifth week or fifth year of January of 2025, nothing will surprise me. Ms. Esquire says they must have affidavits to characterize these women as non-consenting. The tapes alone are not going to be enough. Drugs can be consensual. Ms. Esquire is speaking, she's just saying it better than I am. Because that's the thing. Like, how do you prove that it wasn't consensual, that they didn't take these drugs and alcohol on their own and decided to participate in here? Ms. Esquire says, listen, don't play with the SDNY, find you something safe to do. And that's the thing. Based on what we know so far, that Miss Esquire, asking you as an attorney, I know not a criminal attorney. Based on what we know, though, it doesn't seem like they have a strong case. However, that's based on what we know. We don't have all of the evidence and information, and apparently there's a lot of information that they have and that they had to share with his defense team. And they were like, I don't know if we have enough time before May to prepare for this trial. Chocolate Soul says, locked up, they shouldn't let him out. Again, based off of how 2025 has started, nothing would shock me. The fact that Mayor Adams might be able to walk away after the damning evidence against him, also brought to you by the Southern District of New York, anything is possible. If Diddy walks free, first of all, his victims, I feel for them. Because if that's a possibility, I know they are worried and they are concerned. Ms. Esquire, because I know a lot of people assume that this is open and shut. Ms. Esquire says, yes, because where is the rest of the enterprise? You need people for an enterprise. So this is what they call, and it's not the literal company. What Ms. Esquire is talking about is what the Southern District of New York is referring to as the Combs Enterprise. Lala says, you just have to convince a jury, right? Yep. But one of the allegations that Diddy's attorneys are saying is that it's going to be hard for him to find a jury that could be impartial. Don't ask me. Don't even send a request for me, because I'm gonna come up in that courtroom like, sir, ma'am, look at my YouTube channel. I can't serve on this. The fact that y'all even have me in here, y'all need to do it over. Start over. Start from the beginning. Why am I here? I mean, maybe I can't. Damn. That might be my way in to cover the case, but then I was like, no, I can't as a juror. Can't cover the case as a juror, but I could technically. And then after I've done it, right, Miss Esquire, attorney. After I can't talk during the case, but after the case is done, I could talk, right, Miss Esquire? Look. First, they're going to do their due diligence on me, and they're going to find all the stuff that I've done and said. I'm like, oh, Lord. They're going to be like, oh, we can't use him. Ms. Esquire says, but you have to get a jury trial first. There's a ton of motions that will precede that. Also, again, what is the new U.S. attorney for SCNY decides not to pursue any... But that's what's happening. You're right. That's what's currently happening with Eric Adams, which wouldn't shock me that Diddy's people might be trying to bargain with the SDNY, the Trump administration. Look what's happening with Eric Adams. That seemed like that man was going to be under the jail. Damn, could Diddy walk free? Ms. Esquire, okay, Ms. Esquire is giving me advice. Not legal advice, just friend advice. Yes, you can talk. You can't talk at. Wait, yes, you can't talk after. They ain't gonna pick you if you talking before. Oh wait, no. I think you mean I can talk after. Let's correct that. Is that what you mean? They can't. They ain't gonna pick you if you talking before. Well, I've already talked before, so they're definitely not gonna pick me. If they do their due diligence, but if they do a background check like Bravo does a background check, then I could be on it. Then I could be on it. Let me work this out, y'all. Let me get in there. Let me be a part of the conversations. And then I will do the ha-ha. Afterwards, I will do a whole live series. This was my experience as a Sean Diddy Combs juror. The fact that I'm talking about this now, they're already going to take me out. Damn. You could be the judge by Bravo's HR standard. Guys, we didn't think this through. You guys should have told me to shut up for a long time. Y'all should have told me shut up a long time ago, not to cover this Diddy stuff. That way I could get in there as a juror and then ha-ha! But then there's no way, because I've been covering Diddy for years. But still, I can be impartial. I'm impartial all the time here. I mean, some people don't agree, but for the most part, y'all agree. I can be impartial. No, not with Diddy. No, it's not gonna work. Mrs. Mitch says, technically, you're just reading. And yeah, just regurgitating what I've heard. No, I've shared my opinions. No, I definitely shared my opinions. We've covered a lot. V says, no, we'd rather gossip about it with you. But V, what if I could get in the inside? I could be on the inside, V. And I get the real stuff. I would see all the stuff. I might even see a freak off tape. Lord have mercy. I don't think I want to see that. That might do something to my soul. Angel says, you ain't impartial, Kel. You know what? Y'all ain't right. Lala says, Eric Adams is a dirty guy. He's like a villain in a movie. Ain't he? OMG. When is the election is this year for him? He cannot win. He cannot win. We listen and we don't judge, apparently. So says who, Poppy? Stephanie says, Miss Esquire just needs to call in at this point. I don't have the call in set up right now. Poppy said, who voted for him in the first place? I don't know. I think a lot of people voted for him because of our choices here in New York at the time, but we better get some better choices this election. There ain't no way. If he says, okay, now I'm with you when you're right. See? I could have been inside covering this case. You would need sprinkle cookies to watch those tapes. Ew. Look. You're Blake in... Oh, you just watched my Blake and Justin video? I saw you blushing over Justin's voice. I was as well. I wasn't prepared. Mind you, I've heard his voice before, but just hearing the audio and just like, oh. Yeah, guys, if you missed it, we did talk about and listen to a 2 a.m. phone call voice note that Justin Baldoni had revealed that he had sent to Blake Lively. It was interesting. We broke it down for you if you missed it. Palace says, Adams is the villainous mayor of Gotham. Where's Batman when you need him? Where is B613? Is that a real thing? I'm hoping it is. Should I not have said that? Miss Esquire says, baby, the audio was aftercare. Now I'm invested. I'm really invested. And mind you, I got a little tea in regards to Justin Baldoni today. Not worth reporting on. It's just giving me substance in regards to future reports. Yeah, where's B613? Come on now. Where is Olivia Pope? Damn it. Just saying. Evildoers have been up lately. Right? What is going on, people? I haven't seen you in a hot second. Hey, y'all. So I just wanted to come and report to you guys that there is a superseding indictment that has been revealed today in regards to Sean Diddy Combs. Yeah. And we also gave you an update on the Genie Mai of it all. We haven't done an informal live like this in a long time. I am going to go live tomorrow night around this time, probably a little bit earlier, to do our dating and astrology update. So feel free. I want people to call in. I don't want it to just be me talking. I talk enough during the week. So I want to hear from you guys. Hold on. Miss Esquire says, oh wait, no, not that. Cleopatra says, please drop the skincare routine. Your skin is skinning. Thank you. I mean, I do a lot of stuff. I am going to do something in regards to my skincare and letting you guys know, hopefully soon. But I do take care of my skin. But I do try a bunch of different products too. There's a Black-owned brand that I need to order that I like that my esthetician gave me. Okay, let me turn this down. Okay, Q&A time. What do you guys want to know in regards to some of the topics that we've covered? Miss Creed is so Miss Dreed? So funny that you say that. Miss Esquire, it's so funny you said that too, because I mentioned during my Instagram live that I think I was going to watch it tonight, but then here I am. But I think I might try and watch it tonight and then talk about it tomorrow. Do like a recap of the fall of Diddy. I didn't do one on the Peacock one, but I probably will do that. I gotta first find it. It's on the ID channel. Mr. Melon Magic says, Kemp, you still wearing that chapstick where the man said your lips were soft? It wasn't the chapstick. It wasn't the chapstick. And and you need to correct that, men. I did buy this from the TikTok shop that I want to try. I haven't tried this yet though, but I do want to try this. Only the last 2 episodes really mattered. It's on HBO Max too. Thank you, Miss Esquire. You just saved me so much time. How many episodes are there? You said only the last 2 episodes. You know I like to do my homework though if I'm gonna watch it. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on anything. How many episodes are there? I know, Stephanie. I was afraid when I said it, so I don't want to say it again. Exactly. Stephanie says, keep the live going. There's 6 episodes? OMG. Are they long? Maybe I can't do it tomorrow. I'm so into my Korean skincare now. Oh, wait a minute. Have you watched this week's trade? No, Blanche. So you look, I might have to. Oh, wait. What's going on right now? How does this work? We're talking about the Diddy documentary, The Fall of Diddy. Korean skincare has become very popular, especially on like TikTok and things like that. I don't normally use Korean skincare. I just try to take care of my skin any way that I can. How do I open this thing? How do I open this thing? Are there no instructions? It's all in Korean. What are the instructions? It's in Korean. See, Expat says Korean skincare is great for black skin. I've been using it. I haven't used everything yet, though. Oh, see, Blanche says I've been using Korean skincare for 5 years. It's the truth. See? I agree, Lakiba. There are a lot of frauds on accounts and cards. Many fraud claims. Ooh, note to self. Look, how do I take this thing off? I want to use... I don't know how to... Do I just keep turning it? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna have to figure this out later. Oh, and wait, hold on. It says twist until product comes out. Or do I turn it this way? Am I turning it the right way or wrong way? Well, this don't make no sense, though. I thought this was supposed to be like this. Hey, Pepper. Make sure you have your Etsy look at the ingredients. The documentary, The Fall of Diddy, Miss Esquire just told us it's on HBO Max. The Korean skincare ones that I have are Medicube and oh my gosh, what's the other one in the green box? Aurora or something like that. Max is not the only place where you can watch it. If you have the ID channel, 5 episodes, 40 minutes each, except the last one is 20 minutes. Thank you. I'm gonna try and watch it. I thought I could watch it in a night, but apparently I can't. It's on Discovery. Well, Discovery owns all that stuff, so I have both. I don't know why they still have the Discovery app. They're charging me for both. Yo, I still don't know how to take this thing off. There are no instructions. Oh, never mind. Here it is. Oh, wait a minute. You're right. I just had to twist it. Oh, the texture? Oh, it smells delightful. Mmm. And you know I like a lip balm. I haven't found a lip balm that I love, except there was this young woman who follows the channel. I think it was her sister or cousin came to the DC show and she gave me a couple of her products. Her lip balm was the best. And I meant to order it, but her label was like really small, so it was hard for me to figure out where, but I need to figure that. I liked hers too. Hers was all natural. It's smooth. Oh, Van, you use this, Van Vacious? You use this one? I like it so far, y'all. It smells good, and the look. Oh, I'm gonna put it on my TikTok shop. Y'all gonna buy it and I'm gonna get a residual. Okay. If you wanna know what it is, I'm gonna post it on my TikTok shop and then you guys can go get me some coins while TikTok is still open. I love Harlem. We talked about Harlem during our Tuesday takeover as well. Angel says, have you researched the ingredients of the skincare? I just saw a report of products geared towards Black people have been toxic over the years. I haven't heard that. I've heard only good things about Korean skincare. I'm about to go to Korea and do one of those videos where people go and get their skin stuff like analyzed and done. Yup, I'm gonna do it. Lala says, how many hours of TV do you think you watch per week? I don't want to know. How many weekly, the lives that are sold out shows, the meetings, conferences. It seems like you are more busy than corporate. I do tax work. So you're busy right now. I'm literally, oh gosh, that reminds me. I have work to do in regards to my taxes. I got things to do, y'all. And I'm sitting here gallivanting with y'all. I like it, but at the same time, I got things I need to be doing. Good night, Miss Esquire. Naturium is a good and affordable brand that is made in the US, but the co-founder is Korean. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, Blanche. When I lived in Japan, I used a lot of Asian skincare. My skin was great. May need to start again. V, of course. That's the one thing that I've heard over and over again. People that have had access or have been using, they've only said good things. You do have to make sure that you're buying the right products, though, in regards to, because there are some fake ones out there that look similar, or they're the US version, so they don't have all of the ingredients, the original ingredients. Thank you, Angel. Naturium is amazing. Oh, look, Alexandra says it's amazing. Okay, y'all give me I have too many skincare products, okay? They sell it in Target or their website. Oh God, not Target. How do we feel about the Target situation? Like, I don't like the fact that they're rolling back their DEI stuff. However, they do have a lot of Black brands that are going to suffer because I know a lot of us are not going to shop there. And it's not that I shop there that often, to be honest, overall. But I don't know. I know I'm being obnoxious, but please can you do an impression of Trish? Has me laughing out for days. Me too. I told myself I was going to do my taxes this week and still have not. I mean, I started the process, but I have, as a business owner, I have certain things that I need to do. Hold on one second. Phone number. Okay. Let me just respond to this, guys. Matter of fact, let me get off of here so I can respond to my emails and get things done. Yeah, Target broke my heart too with that. Not that I was shopping there that often anyway. I thought that I would, but I really don't. I do have a card. Thank you, Holistic RN. You have great energy, bring many positive, uplifting vibes. Continue to do what you're doing. Can't wait to see you on Traders or any I am not doing Traders. Who told you that lie? Nope, not doing it. Nope. I'm not even doing reality television. Never. I don't shop at Costco, though. Like, I have no need to shop at Costco. It's just me. And there isn't a Costco near me. I mean, there's a Costco in New York, but no. But I get it. I appreciate it. Ben & Jerry's, though. I can definitely support Ben & Jerry's. All right. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go. But thank you all for being here. I hope you guys have a great evening. Replay crew, be sure to like the video. It's easy. It's free. And let us know your thoughts on the Genie Mai situation, on the Diddy situation, on anything that we covered. Let's continue this conversation. I will be live tomorrow again. Hopefully. Tomorrow again for our dating and astrology live. So have your stories ready. This is not about me chatting. This is more about you guys asking questions, having a conversation about relationships. And the more we do this, the more we might bring it to a city near you. Just saying. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the super chats, the Venmos, the shout outs, the likes, all of that. We appreciate you guys. Everyone have a great rest of your evening. Bye, everybody.